Hey guys, Didact here, and welcome to War Thunder. What I think is probably one of the best free-to-play games right now. And I want to explain to you. So, a little background on War Thunder. War Thunder started as a flight simulator game. You know, World War II battle of planes, and then it branched over. It expanded into tanks, tank warfare, World War II. And you know, there was a World of Tanks, but I think this game is much more realistic. A lot of the tanks in World of Tanks I've never heard of. I don't think are real. All the tanks here are real. I haven't looked into each one, but as of right now in the game, there are American tanks, German tanks, and Russian tanks. Now let me explain the tier system, just so I can explain to you what this video is about. Because I'm going to explain to you what I think is the best tank in Tier 2, which I think is the T-34 1942. But let me explain how the tiers work. So with each country, there are 6 different tiers, and the first tier is the easiest. Sixth tier is the hardest, or not most difficult, but the lower the tier, the better the tanks are. So this is the first tier. You can see the numbers 1 through 6, and there's a line that breaks them apart. So 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 6. Now, I think the T-34 1942 is the best tank for this Tier 2. Let me show you some of the specs. Now, this thing is pretty heavy at 26.5 tons, but it does go nearly 50 kilometers an hour, which, in retrospect, if you play this game, is faster than the Sherman tank. And I think this thing is much better than the Sherman tank. Some of the other things, the hull armor is incredible in the front, not so good in the back, but let me show you my personal T-34 1942. Let me take the x-ray off so you can see its glory. Got the winter camo and Russian flags all over it. But let's go back to this armor, and the big reason why the frontal armor is so good is because it has sloped armor, which if you're shooting directly at it, which most tanks would be, you know, it's 45 millimeters thick, but its effectiveness is nearly double. Now, if you hit it directly at 90-degree angles, it's nearly 45, but you're not going to be shooting straight down this tank. You're going to be shooting right at it. The side armor is pretty, is not very thick, but I'm not talking to you about why this tank, how to kill it. I'm talking about why this tank is so good. But there are a couple drawbacks. The only couple drawbacks that really matter is the armor around the turret, the gun itself, is pretty easy to damage, not to take out, but just to damage. So if you come up against any Russian tank, for that matter, shoot in the turret a couple times, the gun will be out, and you'll have all day to take them out. Now, the other only thing that I can say that's bad about this tank is the reload time. It's 6.7 seconds. That's almost double German and American times. So that's the only 2 things that are bad about this tank. But I'm going to show you some highlights right now about why I think this tank is the best out of any tank in Tier 2. So there you go, guys. That is probably one of the best games I've ever had. If you didn't know, that was one complete game 16 kills by me. Never lost my T-34 1942. And just to show you how much damage this tank can take, this is what my tank looked like at the end of the game. It had red and orange spots all over it. I'd actually gotten hit and was on fire twice, but the tank stayed intact. 16 kills, like I said, didn't die. This tank is amazing. It can take out pretty much any other tank as long as you know where to hit the other tanks. I'm going to be coming out with another video soon of where to hit tanks, which tanks and where to hit them, because if you know where to hit tanks and their soft spots, there's no reason why you can't get the score that I got. As you can see, I got like 50,000 whatever lion coins and a ton of experience from this one game. This is definitely I think the best tank in tier 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys start using this tank. Thanks for watching.